Tomorrow is the 1st of January in the common calendar here. Tonight's New Year's Eve. Tomorrow's New Year's Day. It parallels in the Hebrew calendar the 10th of Tevet. It's the fast of the 10th of Tevet. That's the day that the siege started against Jerusalem. It's a very interesting day because this day occurs 7 or 8 days after Hanukkah. So that the seal, the third seal of Hanukkah, comes, and then we have 1 week kind of to establish ourselves. And then the 10th of Tevet actually starts the new year. This same 10th of Tevet has parallels to the Yom HaKippurim that was the first seal. Because if the 10th of Tevet could occur on a Shabbos, it doesn't occur in our calendar, but if it could occur on a Shabbos, then we must fast on that day. And that's the same thing with Yom HaKippurim. If it occurs on Shabbos, then you fast on Shabbos. Otherwise, you don't fast on Shabbos. In the calendar we have today, there is no 10th of Tevet on Shabbos. So we don't worry about that. So, but here's the strange thing. As you know, my belief is that the 10th, I've waited till the third seal of Hanukkah, and then I wait for another week for Hanukkah to settle in, and then comes the 10th of Tevet to start, the real start of the Jewish year. And that year of 5,775 is actually starting on the secular New Year's Day. What a coincidence. The New Year's Day in the secular calendar is the true start of this year's Jewish year, of the year 5,775. The real start of the Jewish year is New Year's Day, January 1st. The only difference is that we start that year with a fast. They start this year with a celebration. It's a strange fast. It's an unconscious fast because we're fasting for when the siege started. Nothing really happened yet. Nothing happens for a year and a half till the walls are breached. But the siege started. It's like an unconscious kind of like infiltration of the society. Something that's very much happening now in our society. It's a long-range pursuit of the enemy that starts a year and a half before a wall is breached, a physical event occurs. It's almost like a cultural fight. And so this day today symbolizes this real start. And as you know, leaving the 5,000 off, because very often in Judaism you analyze the year by the last 3 digits. This is the year 775, which is the full spelling of Yishmael. Ishmael, spelled out, full, is 775. So this is the year of Yishmael. And how to handle Yishmael. It's been said that the best way to handle Ishmael is with Hesed. Hesed, Godola. Hesed is the first Sephirot of the sixth of Zir Anpin and corresponds to Avraham. Avraham with the letter He added to his name. Tenth of Tevet is a very good time to do teshuvah and to speak words of teshuvah, of a return. Remember, the word teshuvah is teshuv hey, return the hey. So in a certain sense, Avram had his hey returned to him. In his true essence, it was always Avraham. But when he was born, he was named Avram. And so what happens? His hey is returned to him. This is teshuvah. Even Avram had a teshuvah that received the hey to his name. This is very evident here, again, on my blessing for New Year's Day of January 1st and the 10th of Tevet and the year in general of 775, because this is the year of Yishmael. And how are we supposed to combat Ishmael? That's with Hesed. That's with Avraham. Avraham with the Hey added is what is going to combat Yishmael as Islam in a non-violence, in a prayer and showing Hesed, not showing Gevora, but Hesed. And this is a true Hasid that when attacked shows Hesed. This is a very great level here. And the few words that I've said set the stage for the start of how to handle Yishmael, handle Islam in this coming year. And the way to handle it is with Hesed, is with the letter Hey. And one of my symbols of the Hey with the Aleph inside, because there's a sixth level of the Hey, which we'll be talking about. This sixth level is a previous level that has to be returned. The sixth level is the level within the womb. Within the womb, when the fetus is taught Torah, and then when he comes out of the womb, he gets hit on the upper lip and he forgets everything. But the most propitious time for the development of the entire child and fetus is in the womb, in the 0 year, in the Ephes year, same letters as Ein Sof. In the 0 year when you come out, because remember that that 0 year had 280 days in the womb, which are the 5 final letters, 5 Gevorot, 5 Dinim. And then, how about that? How about the male's point of view? What did the male do to this 72 days before the giving of the seed to the woman? The males started to create the seed. 72 is the 72 spelling of Yud Kei, of Yud Kei Vav Kei. And is the Gematria, is the name for Chokmah and the world of Etzilius. This male aspect came out of Etzilius. And the female aspect comes out of Bina and Bria. And so here we are, which I'm going to talk about further. How to handle Yishmael. Remember that Yishmael comes out of Avraham. It's Avram. And what's the relationship between Avram and Yishmael and Avraham and Yishmael? And that hay is the way that Avraham is supposed to handle Yishmael after he receives the hay. And that's with Hesed. So, this is the real start of the Jewish year, the 10th of Tevet, which is the start of the secular year of 1st of January. And here we go.